Hi folks, we're 7 short videos in. We're going further with our Punnett squares and we're thinking about the sorts of disorders that you might inherit. So on your specification there are 2 examples: polydactyly, which is a dominant allele, and cystic fibrosis, which is a recessive allele. Now we could apply the same logic for these inherited disorders to any context you are given in an exam. So when you're looking, we need to decide, is this inherited disorder caused by a dominant allele, in which case it can be passed on from only one parent, and the parent with that allele would also have that genetic disorder. Polydactyly simply means that you are born with more than 5 fingers or 5 toes. It's a dominant allele. So if one of your parents has that dominant allele, they would have extra fingers and toes, and the chance of you inheriting that allele would be 50% if your other parent does not have it. Cystic fibrosis is the other example to contrast, and this is caused by a recessive allele. So the most common inheritance of cystic fibrosis would be that both parents carry the allele, but it does not show itself because they're heterozygous and they've got the dominant allele, which means the cystic fibrosis gene does not show itself. So where both parents are carriers, which you can see here, the gametes, the father's sperm, would be 50% dominant normal and 50% recessive cystic fibrosis. The mother's eggs would be the same, 50% normal metabolism dominant, 50% cystic fibrosis recessive. And you can see here in this combination here of the Punnett square that this couple would have a 1 in 4 or 25% chance of producing a child with cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis then can be carried by parents, but it doesn't show itself. It causes lung problems and digestive problems because of the effect that this mutated cell this mutated gene has on your metabolism. Okay, so always think you need to know the symptoms of these 2 diseases, but also apply the same logic to any example of an inherited disorder caused by a dominant gene and any example of an inherited disorder caused by a cystic fibrosis, caused by a recessive allele.